The emergency klaxons echoed through the galactic medical station's corridors, their shrill cries sending waves of panic through the crystalline halls. Dr. Zell, a Zenthari physician with 6 manipulator arms, rushed toward the triage bay alongside a dozen other medical personnel from across the known galaxy. But when they arrived at the landing platform, every single one of them froze. A dragon lay sprawled across the reinforced deck plating. Not a small dragon, not even a medium-sized one. This was a creature of legend, easily 50 meters from snout to tail, with scales that shimmered like molten obsidian in the station's artificial light. Smoke curled from its nostrils with each labored breath, and a massive wound gaped across its left flank, exposing muscle and bone beneath the armored scales. Purple blood rich with exotic biochemistry pooled beneath its massive body. "By the ancients," whispered Nurse Qualim, a 4-eyed Peltharian who prided herself on treating the most dangerous patients in the sector. Her voice trembled. It's still conscious." The dragon's Aja brilliant amber orb the size of a small vehicle swiveled toward the gathered medical staff. Intelligence burned within that gaze, along with something else. Pain, yes, but also a predatory awareness that made every instinct scream danger. Dr. Zelther took an involuntary step backward. I cannot treat this creature. My homeworld has legends of such beasts. They are death incarnate. The vaccine protocols forbid me from approaching apex predators," added Dr. Sylvan, a methodical insectoid physician. "It violates every survival instinct my species has developed over 3 million years." One by one, the medical staff found reasons to retreat. The dragon was too dangerous, too large, too alien in its biology. The liability was too great. Some were honest about their fear. Others hid behind regulations and excuses. Within minutes, the landing platform stood empty except for the dying dragon and its piloter, small, lizard-like draken who wept openly beside the creature's massive head. "Please," the draken pilot begged to no one, his voice breaking. "Someone, anyone. She saved my colony. She flew through a plasma storm to evacuate 300 civilians. She's a hero. She's dying, and no one will help her." In the observation deck above, Ana Martinez pressed her forehead against the transparent aluminum viewport, her jaw clenched. The young human medic had been on the station for only 6 months, part of humanity's newest wave of medical personnel joining the galactic community. She'd seen the other doctors retreat, watched them abandon their oaths in the face of fear. "This is wrong," she muttered. "Ana, don't." Jack Chen, her medical partner and closest friend among the human contingent, grabbed her shoulder. His dark eyes were serious. "I know what you're thinking. That thing down there could kill you with a sneeze. Literally. Did you see the temperature readings from its breath? It's over 600 degrees Celsius. She's dying, Jack, and you'll die too if you go down there." Ana turned to face him, her brown eyes fierce with determination. "My grandmother used to tell me stories. About dragons. About honor. About doing what's right even when it's terrifying." She pulled away from his grip. "Every single doctor down there took an oath. Every single one just broke it." Jack stared at her for a long moment, then his expression shifted. A slight smile tugged at the corner of his mouth, the same reckless smile he'd worn when they'd tackled impossible cases during their residency on Earth. "You're absolutely insane. You know that." "Completely good." He grabbed 2 emergency medical kits from the observation deck's supply closet. "Because you'll need someone to monitor your vitals when you inevitably get yourself killed. Let's go save a dragon." They sprinted through the corridors, ignoring the startled looks from other personnel. When they emerged onto the landing platform, the dragon pilot looked up with desperate hope. Ana approached slowly, her hands raised in a non-threatening gesture. The dragon's massive eye focused on her, and she felt the weight of that ancient intelligence assessing her, measuring her. One wrong move, and she'd be ash. "Hey there, beautiful," Ana said softly, her voice steady, despite her racing heart. "I'm Ana. I'm a doctor. I know you're scared and in pain, but I need you to trust me. Can you do that?" The dragon's eye narrowed. A low rumble emanated from deep within its chest. Not quite a growl, but not welcoming either. Jack set up the portable medical scanner beside Ana, his hands working with practiced efficiency. "Vitals are weak but stable. The wound is deep, probably from a plasma weapon. She's losing blood fast, Ana. I see it." Ana stepped closer, close enough to feel the heat radiating from the dragon's scales, close enough to smell the copper sulfur scent of its blood, close enough to die if the creature decided she was a threat. "I need to seal that wound before she loses any more blood. But first," she looked directly into that enormous amber eye, "I need your permission. This is going to hurt. A lot. You could kill me easily. I know that. But I'm asking you to trust me anyway. To let me help. Can you do that?" For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then, slowly, deliberately, the dragon lowered its head to the deck plating and closed its eye. Permission granted. Ana's hands didn't shake as she activated her medical torch. Jack positioned the biofoam applicator while she began cauterizing the wound's edges. The dragon's muscles tensed, and smoke billowed from its nostrils. But it didn't move, didn't attack, it endured. 2 hours later, the wound was sealed and stabilized. Anna sat back, exhausted, her uniform soaked with purple blood and sweat. The dragon's breathing had steadied, its color returning to a healthier shade of obsidian. The Draken pilot threw his arms around Anna's legs, sobbing with relief. Thank you, thank you. The Galactic Council will hear of this. Humans will be honored. No, Anna shook her head, removing her bloodied gloves. Don't honor humans. Just remember that sometimes the scariest thing isn't the dragon. It's forgetting why we became healers in the first place. Jack helped her to her feet, grinning. That was either the bravest or stupidest thing I've ever seen. Can't it be both? As they walked back toward the medical bay, the dragon opened one amber eye and watched them go. In the depths of that ancient gaze was something new. Respect behind them. Dr. Zelthor and the other physicians emerged from their hiding places, their 6 arms hanging in shame. They had been confronted with their own cowardice, and it had taken a young human barely out of training to show them what courage truly meant. In the days that followed, the story spread across the galactic network, not a tale of human superiority or strength, but something simpler and more profound, a reminder that compassion requires courage, and that sometimes the smallest beings possess the biggest hearts. The dragon recovered fully. Her name, the pilot later revealed, was Syrinx, and she had indeed saved 300 souls from certain death. When she was well enough to fly, she sought out Anna one final time. You honored me when others feared me, the dragon spoke, her voice like thunder and silk combined. Know that the dragons remember their debts. If you or your kind ever need us, we will come. Anna smiled up at the massive creature. Just take care of yourself, okay? And try not to get shot again. Syrinx rumbled a sound that might have been laughter and launched herself into the void, her wings catching the solar winds as she disappeared among the stars. Jack stood beside Anna watching the dragon go. So, he said casually, what terrifying creature are you planning to save next? Anna laughed. Let's start with something easy. I heard there's a Nebulian star whale in Bay 7 with a stomachache. Of course there is. Jack sighed, but he was smiling. Let's go. And together, the 2 human medics walked back into the station, ready to face whatever the universe threw at them next, because that's what humans did. They stepped forward when others stepped back. They found courage when courage seemed impossible. They saved dragons. And the galaxy would never be quite the same.